Whoops. Hit the wrong one. There we go. Technical difficulties. Hey, everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. We have game number 75 tonight. Montreal is in Philadelphia to take on the Flyers. They've beaten the Flyers twice already this year, so they're going for a season sweep, possibly. So there's a bit of news today. So I've got game day news. I have a preview. I have the lineups, and I have the guess the score contest. If you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, and you can pick that guy from either side, you win a $10 cash prize directly into your bank account via Interact. You just have to be the first person in the chat with that guess. So if you're making a guess, kind of behooves you to check to see that nobody else has the same guess. All right. Let's see now. We've got some big news tonight for with lineup changes. So let's get into that. First off, though, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't want to be overly exuberant. I don't know why. Jonathan Drouin turns 28 today. So happy birthday, Jonathan Drouin. He is 28 years old. All right, so the lineup change is Sam Montembeault was supposed to be in nets tonight. He's not injured, but Caden Primo was recalled last night, actually, and he'll get the start tonight. It's his season debut. Are they showcasing him? Is it an evaluation? It seems like it's an evaluation, according to Coach Marty St. Louis. I just heard this. He says no matter where there's no coincidence that it's in Philadelphia. They're not trading him to Philadelphia. He says no matter where the game was, he was probably going to play tonight anyway, because it's just evaluation at the end of the season. They want to see how he's doing going into the offseason. Sean Farrell, he will get the start tonight as far as in the lineup. He'll be playing with Pezzetta and Belzile. This is from Marty St. Louis. I'm not sure what my lineup show. I don't think that's what it shows. But according to Marty St. Louis, he'll be centering Pezzetta and Belzile, and he'll also be on the second power play unit. So very interesting for that. I'm going to get through my game day news, then I'm going to see who's here. Kirby Dach last night, if you wondered why he wasn't in the shootout, was taken out of the game just after his shift in the OT because of when he fell near the end. He fell and he looked winded, whatever it was. The spotter took him out because of concussion protocol. I wrote here no word yet on his status, but Marty was asked about it, and he said he's fine. So he's in the lineup tonight. Flyers are on a 3-game winning streak and haven't played since Saturday, so they're rested. I guess they got that going for them. And the Habs are on a 3 wins in 4 games. So they've won 3 out of their last 4. We'll see how that goes tonight. So also on the other side of Philadelphia, Carter Hart was supposed to start tonight. He's out actually now with a lower body injury, and he is being replaced. I think it's the goalie's name is Sandstrom. So that's what we're going to see tonight. So, yeah, who knows? All kinds of things happening. Who knows what kind of game we're going to see? All right, who's here? Habs Guru, 5-4 Flyers, JVR, James Van Riemsdyk. That's his name. I'll give you guys mine in a minute, by the way. Filibuster. Hey, Phil, how you doing, man? Raphael Harvey-Pinard and the Habs win 5-3. Jason LaRose has 5-2 Flyers. Tippett with the first goal. Stan the Man says 5-4 Habs. Tippett with the first goal. Gislain says 6-5 Montreal. Farrell with the first goal. And David's got 5-3 Habs. Hoffman first goal. And then Bayby's got 5-3 Habs. Farrell first goal. I'll give you mine, Ryan. Might as well give you mine now. I'm going with 5. I'm not sure at this point now with all these changes, but I'll stick with it. 5-3 Philadelphia. Owen Tippett with the first goal. I kind of want Philadelphia to win here, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but Montreal's getting close to I don't want them to win because I don't know if Arizona's playing or not, but if Arizona's not playing or they lose and Montreal wins, they pass them again. I'd rather see them stay below. We'll see what happens in the game. All right, so we can talk about basically whatever you guys want for about 10 more minutes, and then I'll do my preview and do the lineups and all that. I am a trader apparently now. A trader, he says. It's not the first time I'm not calling the game for Montreal. I just, you know what? Before I heard about all the changes, I knew Primo was in net. Yeah, I just felt Montreal was going to lose because of a few things, and now I'm not so sure. So I'll just stick with my guess because I don't want to try to figure it out again. So we're going to go with that. All right, so if you're here, say hi in the chat and talk to me, and whatever you guys want to know, if there's anything I can answer, happy to do so. And then we'll get to the preview in just a few minutes. As I await your responses. Well, I see Phil's comment there. I'm not betting against the team. It's a guess the score. That's all it is. I'm guessing the outcome of the game. It's not a bet against the team. I would never bet against the team. I don't do that. But in here, if you're asking me what I think the score is going to be, there you go. I don't feel like a trader doing that. And listen, Montreal doesn't win every game. So there you go. How did I like Pez's goal celebration? Yeah, it was cool. Tiger Williams used to do that. But really cool. And I like I saw a video of the boys coming back into the room after the game, and everybody just big smile on their face, really happy, loving every minute of their lives, I guess. And it's good to see the team like that. I think that's good going forward, that they're all, so happy to be here and play. Even though they're losing, they're still, although they didn't lose last night. Cannot see how Hockey Canada can stop players from playing from 2018 team without getting sued by an innocent player. Well, I guess they run the show for the international games, so yeah, they can. I think they can do that. They can say a player is banned. I don't. It doesn't bother me. I mean, if they're doing an investigation, it doesn't bother me. Oh, baby, don't worry. I know you're not. I know nothing serious. I guess I wonder, like, Pizzetta's only like what, in his 20s. I wonder why he did that though. I wonder what was he a big Tiger Williams fan, or father might have been, or whatever. I don't know where Pez is from. Sorry, my nose is itchy. I don't know where he's from. Probably Ontario, but I don't know. Tiger Williams was definitely not one of my favorite players back in the day because he played for the Leafs for a lot of the time. I believe then the Canucks, but I didn't never really like Tiger Williams because when he was with the Leafs. Oh, Phil, that could be. They just researched Selly. Yeah, that could be. Hey, he did it really well, I got to say. Well, lifted the team. I mean, it was the winning goal at the end. I mean, we'll see if it did, because tonight, I mean, they could still have that lift from them. We'll see. They're on back-to-backs. I don't know if they're going to get a lift from having Primo in that, Farrell in his first game. We'll have to see. Tiger was nothing but a goon. Not exactly true, though. Tiger was a goon, but Tiger could play. Tiger could play. Look at his numbers. They weren't like the best, but they weren't bad. He was okay. I'm going off the top of my head because I think I looked it up for some reason in the last year, and he was actually not bad. Oh, my nose. Oh, I think I did the best fighters video or something. I researched it a little bit. Did anyone see Bunting straight up ignore Keefe on the bench? Hilarious. I did not, but I did notice on Twitter that Bunting was trending. I guess that's why. Just yeah, I did say the Canucks too. Don't worry. I got that in there. Were those the only two teams Tiger played for, or did he play for a third team? I want to say there was another team that he played for very briefly. Could be wrong. All right, 18 people in the room. Not bad. We're going to get to the preview in just a few minutes. So, talk to me here, and then I'll get to the preview. And then we'll talk about it after. I'm looking forward to see Farrell play. I'm also really pleased with the fact that they're going to give him a good opportunity. They're not playing him on a high line. He's going to be on the fourth line, but, he's centering, and he's going to be on the power play. I think they want to take a good look at him, obviously, and I'm really glad to see that they're doing that kind of stuff. I mean, I knew they are, obviously, but the old they wouldn't do that before. And when I was a kid, hell, they wouldn't play rookies very often. All right, nobody wants to say anything else, eh? All right, so maybe I should get to my preview. Is that what everybody wants me to do? Let's go do the preview, then we'll talk after. All righty. Oh, I do want to show this. This is something. By the way, Sean Farrell will be wearing number 57. In case you guys forgot, number 57, that is Sean Farrell. Now, this is a blast from the past, and this is the greatest, probably the greatest hockey team ever assembled right here. I think this is the 77-78 Habs. I don't know how closely you can see, but here's the back of that card. I'm going to read out the names. Pierre Bouchard, Rick Chartrand, Yvan Cournoyer, Ken Dryden, Bob Gainey, Reggie Houle, Doug Jarvis, Guy Lafleur, Yvon Lambert, Guy Lapointe, Michel Larocque, Bunny Larocque, Jacques Lemaire, Peter Mahovlich, Bill Nyrop, who was a good defenseman, Doug Risebrough, Larry Robinson, Serge Savard, Steve Shutt, Mario Tremblay, Murray Wilson. What a hell of a team. I saw this on Twitter. I thought I'd show it to you guys. I had those cards, and my checklist probably looked a lot like that on the back. I used to like those cards with the checklist cards so you could see who you got, and I always like looking at stuff like that. All right, let's get to the preview. The 30-38-6 Montreal Canadiens in Philadelphia to take on the 28-32-12 Philadelphia Flyers. Start time 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. In Canada, it's on TSN 2 in English, RDS in French, and in the Flyers region, NBC Sports Philadelphia. Online, I'm watching it on Hockey TV. At least hopefully it's working. Season series, November 19th, they in Montreal. We beat them 5-4 in overtime. So it was overtime or a shootout. I'm not positive of which. February 24th, which wasn't that long ago, we pretty solidly beat them in Philadelphia 5-2. And if we beat them today, it'll be a season sweep. Last 10 record, Montreal 4-5-1 in their last 10 on a 2-game winning streak, and the Flyers just a tad bit better, 5-4-1 on a 3-game streak. Home and away record, Montreal is away, 14-21-3 away from the Bell Center, and the Flyers at home, 16-16-5. Tail of the tape. Scoring chances for percentage, 43.7% for Montreal. 30th in the league, 45.7% for the Flyers, 26th. Goals per game, 2.84 for Montreal, 26th, and 2.68 for the Flyers. Just a little bit back at 30th. Goals against per game, 3.66 for Montreal, 28th. 3.26 for the Flyers at 20th. Power play percentage, 17.1% for Montreal, 28th. 15.6% for the Flyers, 32nd. They're last in the league there. PK percentage, 73.2% for Montreal, 29th, and 74.9% for the Flyers, 27th. So just by the stats, very closely matched team. Face-off percentage, 48.6% at the dot for Montreal, 23rd, 45.6% for Philadelphia, 30th. Shots on goal per game and allowed per game. So shots on goal, 27.6 for Montreal, 29.2 for the Flyers, and allowed per game, 33.7 for Montreal, 31.4 for Philadelphia. Goalies tonight, yeah, it's going to be Primo. Primo has not played. This is his first game this season, so no stats on him. And it's going to be, I don't know if it's Felix, but Sandstrom. He's 1-10-2, 349 goals against, 884 save percentage, no shutouts, and apparently not Tortorella's favorite goalie at all. I don't know the details of that, but I was just reading a little bit before coming in for this, and that's what I take it. He doesn't like this guy. So by those numbers, I don't really blame him. Players to watch over the last 5 for points: Nick Suzuki with 10, Joel Farabee with 7 for the Flyers. Goals: Harvey Pinard with 3 and Farabee with 4 for the Flyers. Assists: Suzuki has 8 assists, and Tony DeAngelo with 5, and plus minus, both with a +5, are Nick Suzuki and Travis Sanheim. Team leaders: Cole Caulfield still leading with 26 goals for Montreal. Travis Konechny with 27. Nick Suzuki, 61 points. Travis Konechny, 54. Average time on ice: Matheson with 24-21, and Ivan Provorov, who won't wear a Pride jersey, 23-06. Wins: Sam Montembeault with 15, and so does Jay Gallen, by the way. And Carter Hart has 21 for the Flyers. Bottom 11, a little change, is Washington dropped down to this list. So from Washington down, Vancouver under them, St. Louis, Detroit, Philadelphia, just 2 points up on Montreal, and Arizona was 1 point up on Montreal. So if Montreal beats the Flyers, I mean, we're in tie with them in the standings. Then Montreal, Anaheim, Chicago, Columbus, and San Jose. They're both tied with points, but San Jose's played 1 more game, so they're on the bottom right now. Philadelphia, top 5 scoring. Konechny, 27 goals and 27 assists for 54 points. Kevin Hayes, 17 goals, 34 assists for 51 points. And if you see that face on the back of my chair that's kind of sticking out, that's Kevin Hayes, by the way. If you were wondering, Scott, it's just the way it worked out. Scott Lawton, 18 goals, 23 assists, 41 points. Owen Tippett, 21 goals, 19 assists, 40 points. And Tony, Mr. Nice Guy DeAngelo, 10 goals, 29 assists, 39 points. Top 5, we got to get that. We're going to go through 8 because I'm not going to give you guys that are out and not coming back. Nick Suzuki leads the way, 23 goals, 38 assists, 61 points. Kirby Dach, 14 goals, 24 assists, 38 points. Caulfield's out. Andy's out. Hoffman, 13 goals, 19 assists, 32 points. Matheson, 8 goals, 21 assists, 29 points. Devo's out. And then Johnny Drew, rounding it up, 2 goals, 26 assists, and 28 points. Projected lineup for the Flyers: Noah Cates in between Farabee and Tippett. Kevin Hayes centering Van Riemsdyk and Bellows. Frost is Morgan Frost in between Brendan Lemieux and Wade Allison. And they're going with 11 forwards and 7 defensemen, it looks like. Nicholas Deslauriers, our old player, and Scott Lawton, and then Ivan Provorov and Cam York, Sanheim and Ristolainen, Sealer and DeAngelo, and Justin Bond as the 7th defenseman. And it will be Felix Sandstrom, not Carter Hart. I think Essen or something is the backup to him tonight. Montreal. There's some changes because this was the lineup released at 2, but confirmation from Marty St. Louis, there's changes. Suzuki in between Harvey Pinard and Hoffman. Dach in between Drew and Gurianov. I imagine Jake Evans will be centering Ullinen and Gallagher, and then we'll have Sean Farrell centering Pezzetta and Alex Belzile. We got Matheson and Savard, Edmondson and Barron, Harris and Kovacevic, and Caden Primo will be making the start with Monty backing him up. And ladies and gentlemen, that's it. There's the preview for you guys, so we can talk. What do I got? I have 20 minutes. Got 20 minutes before I got to run, so whatever you guys want to talk about, we're good. Tiger played for Toronto, Vancouver, Detroit, LA, and Hartford. Wow. But briefly, right, with Detroit, LA, and Hartford, I don't think for very long. He was mostly with Toronto and Vancouver, I believe. They don't have any options this year but to let the rookies. Who's that we're talking about? Lucas, who are we talking about? Tiger Williams was a sideshow to compensate for Leafs losing. No, I'm telling you, go look up his stats. I'm not saying he was a great player. What I'm saying is he was a goon that could play. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't strictly a goon. Believe me, and this is coming from me, I did not like this guy. But anyway. Excited to see. I think we all are. It's going to be interesting to see how he does. It's his first game. So, I mean, I'm not expecting big things, but just to get my first look at him, I've seen him in some highlights, but I haven't seen a lot of him. So it will be fun to see that. Bob Cannon in the house. And so's Mary Jo. Hey, Mary Jo, 4-2 Flyers. Bellows with the first goal. All righty. So we got a lot of time to kill, so please talk to me here in the chat. And we can talk about basically almost anything you want to talk about. As long as it's not politics or religion, please. Or school shootings. Oh, Lucas, it's not a dumb question if you don't know anything about him. But no, he's a center. He's going to be centering the fourth line tonight. BL says 4-2 Flyers. Dave Schultz with the first one. Dave Schultz, yeah, no, Flyers. Still don't know your system, so the left side of the Habs might be small but talented. Cole Caulfield, Harvey Pinard, Sean Farrell. Yep. Farrell's he's not a big boy. 5'9" now, maybe 5'10", but when he was drafted, he was 5'8". But like uber talented. A great two-way game. He kind of does it all. I don't know. It's pretty much all the same people from last night. But if you want, I still have my clip from when he was drafted. What I said about him. If you want to hear that, raise your hands in the chat, and I will just say me or whatever. I'll play it. It's like 3 minutes long or something, 3.5 minutes. But it's up to you guys because I played it yesterday. Should have saved it for today. Kind of more appropriate since he is playing tonight. Should I just play it and then you guys can type stuff to me and then we'll have stuff to talk about? Let's do that. So when Sean Farrell was drafted in June of 2020, I believe, 2 days after the draft, this is what I had to say. CBL agrees with me. There you go. This is what I had to say about Sean Farrell. It's horrible production. It's horrible everything. I cringe watching it, but it's still interesting enough. Fourth rounder next up is Sean Farrell. 5'8", 175 pounds. Small kid, but a number of players, and that's including Cole Caulfield, because he must have played with him on the US NDTP team last season. They've said this kid is a steal at this pick. He's a steal. So that's good to know. 5'8", 175 pounds in 44 games, 15 goals, 41 assists, 56 points, plus 19 on the USA under-19 team. 6 games, 5 goals, 3 assists, 8 points. And he's from Massachusetts. Next up, Sean Farrell. This pick they traded. They switched picks with the Lightning to get 2 picks, and one of them was Sean Farrell. So last up that I really like stands out for me is Sean Farrell. The reason I checked into him more is because of Cole Caulfield saying he's a steal, and then I saw a few lesser known players or prospects on Twitter saying the same thing. Sean Farrell, a real steal. He's an explosive skater, outstanding edge work and agility, low center of gravity, and powerful lower body. So he's strong on the puck and a strong board battler. And that's reminiscent right there of Cole Caulfield. He's a small guy, small center of gravity, really strong in the legs and the lower body, and it's hard to knock off the puck. And amazingly, small guy like that, a bigger guy can hit him and doesn't knock him over. And Sean Farrell seems a lot like that. Very similar in size, 5'8", 175, very similar. Offensively, a pure goal scorer. Full array of shots, scores with his wrister, snapshot, slap shot, and even a dangerous backhander. Soft hands, quick release, accurate, and can pick corners with it. Not afraid to go to the dirty areas. Sound like Cole Caulfield, I'm telling you. Can be a playmaker, good vision, relentless puck pursuer, and good forechecker. On defense, high energy in all 3 zones, a quick stick, anticipates well, plays the penalty kill. So I wrote here along the lines of a Cole Caulfield and Alex DeBrincat. I think actually he sounds a little even better than Caulfield, because Caulfield has that knock on him about his defense, where Sean Farrell is not getting that knock. He's an all-around good player, even though he's a small, but he's a sniper. So you can see where Montreal's kind of gone here with their picks. They're really looking to make sure that they have big, skilled guys and some good, small, skilled, goal-scoring types in there. So I think the future is getting stacked. They only picked 8 guys because they've got a lot of prospects in the system. You can only have so many contracts signed. So it's not going to hurt them that they only picked 8 guys. That's not a problem. And I think it was a good draft. I'm happy with the guys that they picked, and the future really looks bright. So that's my look at the draft, the picks that Montreal made. There you go. That's my thoughts on Sean Farrell back when he was drafted. My apologies once again for the video quality and the sound quality and the host quality too, because when I look back at that stuff, I go, geez, Christ, how did I have subscribers back then? I don't even know. All right, so let's see what guys think about that, and then we'll go from there. Where was I? Hey, Jack, how you doing, man? 5-3 Habs, Farrell, first goal. Now, BL says, yeah, about Tiger Williams. He wasn't a goon, and that coming from Rick, who hates everybody. And he was a goon, but he is a goon that could play. And there's a difference, right? Not as good as Bob Probert, but along those lines, you know? So, yeah, you know, you kind of have to respect the guy, you know? You have to. And he was not a big guy either, and he fought everybody. So you have to respect him from that point of view, too. Do I agree Raphael Harvey-Pinard is a cross between Brendan Gallagher and Jonathan Marchessault? So you don't have to add in the Jonathan Marchessault. So he is a younger, more talented, and a slightly bigger Brendan Gallagher, without a doubt. And you don't have to compare him to anybody else. Lucas, well, that's who I was modeled after a little bit when I first came up. Yeah, I haven't done a whiteboard in like forever. Hey, Doug, how you doing, man? 3-1 Habs. Suzuki, first goal. Awesome. Kevin Hayes, that's the guy. Wait, let me move the right way. That's Kevin Hayes. Not for me. Hey, Ronnie, how you doing? Ronnie's calling on Sean Farrell to score his very first NHL goal tonight. I hope so. I'm just, you know, you know what? What I was about to say is kind of stupid. I was going to say he's on the fourth line. He's playing with Bez and Belzile. You know what? Yeah, I'm wrong. Maybe he will get it. He's playing on a really good line that's been very energetic and playing like those two guys have been playing great for the longest time. So, yeah, I'd love to see that too. Any more word about PLD potentially coming to Habs today? No, nothing more from yesterday. No. I don't know enough about the Hockey Canada stuff. I don't really want to talk about it here. Just that I don't have a problem with what's going on right now. I want to see the warm up to watch Farrell to do his solo lap. Yeah, you'll see it. It'll be on YouTube or something if they don't show it. They might even show it when the game comes up. Where was I? There I am. Jack says, I hope Drouin stays a Canadian for a few more seasons. You like him a lot. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, start looking to follow another team then because he's not going to be here. I would be shocked. I got to say, not a lot shocks me anymore. I'm going to be shocked if Montreal re-signs Drouin. I mean, whatever he's doing and he's playing well and all that, I'll give him that. But it's a little too late. I mean, if I'm making that decision, and I got to think Kent Hughes is a very sensible guy, level-headed, good head on his shoulders. He's not re-signing him. Well, no, but Baby, there's guys here that like Drouin. You're allowed. It's okay. I'm not saying he can't like Drouin, but don't get used to him here. He's not going to be here. You have to start following the other team. That's all. Well, we ran out of stuff. I got about another 8 minutes or 7 minutes to go before I got to take off, and then I'll be back at 7 for the game. I may have a co-host tonight, and I may not. I don't know. I'm supposed to. I don't know if he actually will be here. I haven't spoken to Matt today, I don't think. Anyway. So there's that. Yeah, I don't know where else to go with that. I'm interested also. You know, I don't mind so much that Primo's going to make the start. I don't really want him playing here, but you know what? A game here and there to see how he's doing is not a bad idea. So it's not really a shock. I thought there was something up with that. I'm sure a lot of people did. Monty's injured. Are they showcasing him for Philadelphia because he's, I think, from that area? His dad played there. But it turns out that they're just evaluating him, and it makes a lot of sense. So I hope he does well. If not, I mean, we're in for a long night. But Monty's backing him up, so I imagine they'll give him 3 goals. If he gives up 3 goals pretty quickly, I think they'll pull him. But I'm hoping that's not. I know in preseason, he came in. I thought he was going to get his ass kicked, and he did well. So maybe he's ready. I don't know. Maybe he's closer to ready now. We'll see. Harry Rice. How's it going, Harry? 7-3 Habs. Drouin first. There's another Drouin lover right there. Jack and Harry. We got to pair them up. You know how it's like if you get in any crowd, get 2 weird people, eventually they find each other. It's kind of like that. Yeah, we'll see what happens anyway. I am quite convinced that April 13th will be Jonathan Drouin's last game as a Hab. Baby, I guess that's what they're looking to see, how he's doing. I mean, if you're right, that's what'll happen, but it's definitely an evaluation tonight. Beal, that might be true. He's a goalie, though. I don't know how you take focus really off the goalie, especially if he's letting goals in. Phil likes Drew as well. We got 3 of them in here. 3 weirdo. No, just joking. We would love him at $2 million. You know what, though? I would say if you go back 2 seasons and then that was the end of his contract, I would agree with you on what you just said. But 2 seasons more of everything, and I think, no, I don't think so. Even at $2 million, fans are gonna get down on him all the time, and I don't think it's good for him as a person, mental health wise, or as a player. He needs to go elsewhere. We're all excited tonight, I think, Harry. Dak is not out. No, Doc, I don't know what you're talking about. Doc had they checked him for concussion. That's all. He is in the lineup. He was Marty St. Louis was asked about how Doc's doing, and he said, "No, Doc's fine," and he's second line center tonight. I don't know where you get this upper body injury. Where are you getting that from? Because Marty St. Louis is not saying that. BL Joshua finished a plus 68 this year for Sherbrooke. Translate, he plays a 200-foot game. Yeah, as a matter of fact, that was his goal for this season, was to be more of a 200-foot game guy, and he accomplished his goal. I remember at the beginning of the year, either watching a video or reading an article, and that was his focus for this season. Hickory dickory dock. The mouse ran up his Glock. He fired once, he fired twice, and I don't know the last line. Came out 31 minutes ago via TSN that Doc is out tonight. You got to be kidding me. I swear to God, I saw the pregame interview with Marty. He was asked, is Doc okay? Yeah, Doc's fine. Like, that's crazy. It's the beginning. No, I don't think I'm going to do Hickory Dickory Doc. You never know. Who knows? Oh, God. Is that a limerick, though? Hickory Dickory Doc? I guess that was. The fifth line would have been a limerick. Oh, well. Don't get me started now, Phil. Okay, I got to take off. He fired once, he fired twice. The former was lost. The latter was nice. No, because you got to rhyme with Glock, or it doesn't work that way. Or it's not a limerick then, from what I understand. St. Louis did say that, but Habs Twitter 30 minutes ago said Tierney is back in the lineup. Doc is out, unfortunately. There you go, boys and girls. Doc is out. Well, I mean, as far as my guess about Philadelphia winning, I feel more confident about that tonight. It would Doc out that it's just what a weird night, or what a weird day with the lineup and everything. And that's how we beat the clock. That'll work. By the way, I don't collaborate on writing. I just want you to know that. I'm not giving you any credit. Montreal Canadiens forward Kirby Dach will not play Tuesday against the Flyers due to an upper body injury. The team announced Chris Tierney will take a spot in the lineup. There you go. So Evans will center the second line, and Tierney the third, and Farrell the fourth. And that's the way the ball bounces. I'm just bugging you, though, Phil. You know that, right? And yes, you are. Obviously, there's no denying it. Just now, the only thing I request, can you just get a nice pair of boobs and blonde hair, and I'd be really happy. Upper body virus. No, it's probably concussion. Literally, that's probably he's got a concussion. Remember, a concussion sometimes you can pass the protocol. The next day you wake up with a headache and things aren't 100%. And that's probably what happened with Doc. After no, they weren't doing a skate either today, so they didn't have a chance to do that. Yeah, he probably woke up not feeling well, and that's what it is. Yeah, I like real ones though, Phil. I really prefer the real ones. They're much softer. All right, on that note, I'm taking off before it gets any worse here. All right, thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate it. I'll be back in 20 minutes to do the game. Hope you guys will join me for that, and we'll have fun, and it'll be a good game. All right, till then, stay safe, peace out, and I'll see you in a bit. Thanks, everybody. Ciao. Thanks, Phil. Appreciate that. And thanks. Yeah, it's in my head already. Ciao, everybody.